Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hall Stadium. Good Thursday evening to you, and welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend ISD football. Tonight, we've got the Travis Tigers playing their first District 26A game of the 2021 season, taking on the Austin Bulldogs, who, frankly, are really, really struggling and looking to find their way. They've played some tough opponents and had some rough breaks in the pre-district season, and they started off district play last week with a 64-0 loss to the Ridgepoint Panthers. That was really tough to watch, and we are hoping for better things for head coach Mike Arabonlo and his team, but the Travis Tigers played a couple of really tough opponents that they lost to in pre-district, came out of it 1-2, and they've had 2 weeks to get ready for this one, and we think it's going to be interesting. Will the Austin Bulldogs be able to fight through the difficulties that they've had and compete for a district win here in what is, I guess, week 5? So we will step aside and we'll bring you the countdown to kickoff show in just a moment. Right after this, we'll visit with Trey Sissom, head coach of the Travis Tigers, when we return.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
It's that time of year where you hear people using the S word. September, that is. Occasionally, you can hear the great employees at First Tire and Automotive using another S word with customers. Savings. Fall specials include 50% off an oil change. Now's the time to make sure your auto is ready to kick off the season in tip-top shape. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome to the floor of Hall Stadium, the only home that Fort Bend ISD knows in this football season. And it's the Travis Tigers, a team that we have not been able to broadcast just yet, coming into their first district game after an open week last week, taking on the Austin Bulldogs. Trey Sissom is here, and what kind of grades would you give your team, and what would you tell people that, what they have seen as far as the results of the first few games may not be the whole story?
Well, I think, overall, I'd probably give us maybe a C plus to a B minus, depending upon which day of the week we're talking about. We played some really good people. We played Spring early on, and, they're probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams, and not just in Houston, but probably in the state. And, we tested ourselves against them and came up a little short. And then against Foster, we weren't very well prepared, and the coaching staff, we take that one on us. And kids just didn't play up to our potential. And then we turned around, had a great week against Cy Falls, and beat them on their home field. So we've made a lot of strides. We've got a lot of young kids playing, and some kids that have stepped up for some kids that were injured. So we're just excited to get started up tonight in district play.
And the win-loss record doesn't mean everything. You have to know what kind of quality opponents you played, and you definitely played possibly the best 6A team in the greater Houston area and one of the best Class 5A teams. So what can we look for? I'm sorry, It's been a long day. What should we look for? What can we expect your team to do when you attack the Bulldogs when you have the football?
I think it's going to be probably a mirror image on both sides with Coach Arrow being over at Austin and calling offense against our defense. We're going to play fast. We're excited about the kids that we've got. We've had a good off week, so we put a few wrinkles in like everybody else does on their off week coming into district. But we want our kids to play fast and be physical. We think we got a couple of skill kids that match up well, and we want to try to exploit some things out in space. But the biggest thing for us is trying to be clean on offense. Eliminate turnovers and try to keep positive on first down. And then, like I say, at some point, the explosive plays hopefully will happen, and we'll see where we go from there.
The schedule is what it is. I know that it kind of goes round and round, and every once in a while, the first week of district football, you'll have a week off. Did you prefer that? Do you think it was beneficial, or would you rather have been on the field last week?
I think for us it was really good to get off. We took those first 3 games for what they were. They were non-district opponents to kind of size up some of our young kids and give them opportunities to excel or not excel and really do a lot of evaluating. Because we were young and we had a lot of kids with not a lot of varsity experience, we really needed that week off to kind of retool some things, get healthy, and then get a run. We're fixing to be 7 straight, and on a Thursday night against Austin, we know they're going to play tough. They're going to be a hard-nosed team, and Coach Arrow is going to play fast. So we got to be on our best tonight to have a chance to win.
All right, and as I told you before we started doing this thing here, we're going to be in the stadium with you every game the rest of the regular season. You're going to get sick of my questions. You're going to get sick of my face. But I wanted to ask you about your 2 young sophomore linebackers.
Oh, well, I tell you what, they're 2 of the 4 that we have that we brought up. Actually, we have 5 sophomores now, but Timmy and Thomason are really talented kids that, coming out of the freshman year, you really don't know how they're going to respond, but they're really long, they're athletic, really physical kids, but they're also great in the classroom too, and that's one of the things when you get sophomores bringing them up to varsity. Really, the mental side of it is probably as important as the physical side. But they're doing a great job for us. Thomason's probably going to start tonight for us. He had a great game against Cy Falls, and we get them rolling now early, and like I say, we get the benefits of them for the next couple of years.
And Thomason sounds like a last name, but it's the first name. Thomason Olarun Femi. Hi, Mom. I think you're going to enjoy tonight's broadcast. Trey System, thanks very much. Looking forward to exciting football. The Travis Tigers always bring it.
Thank you, Roger. We appreciate it. Go Tigers.
All right, here we go. VypeFortBend.com coverage. Roger Smith along with Travis' dad, Patrick Kinnick, bringing you tonight's action. And our coverage is brought to you by Xfinity, First Tire and Automotive, Archer Volkswagen, Nick's Italian Restaurant, which, by the way, is perfectly situated between Austin and Travis High Schools. You must go to Nick's Italian Restaurant. You're going to love it. And we're also brought to you by the Needville Insurance Agency and Office Depot, which takes care of business every day so we can take care of business and bring you Fort Bend County games every single week. We'll be right back.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business. Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
All right, both teams have taken the field. The Austin Bulldogs are the home team, and they're on the slightly shady side, and I mean that literally, not figuratively, of Hall Stadium. The Travis Tigers, looking like Ohio State, as they typically do, are wearing the white jerseys and the red road pants, and they've got those silver helmets with the big red T on the side. And Patrick Kinnick, you are the guy that I'm going to count on to make me feel like I know a little bit of something about Travis, because I haven't really had a chance to see them. You've seen them pretty much every time. Think about that during the Star-Spangled Banner. The Bulldogs are getting lined up along their sideline. They're wearing the all-black uniforms with the white letters and numerals, and they have the red helmets this year, and if they were looking for luck, it hasn't really brought them any luck thus far, but this is the second of the games that count. They have 7 district games, and Austin will try to make a better go of it this evening against Travis. As I speak, the color guard is moving the United States flag toward the middle of the field, and we will soon hear the Star-Spangled Banner as we get ready for Austin against Travis.
Trevarian Parkman, Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Derek Zane, and Cadet Petty Officer Alexander Wong. JROTC is under the direction of Senior Naval Science Instructor Senior Chief Johnson and Naval Science Instructor Gunnery Sergeant Green. Gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Austin High School Bulldog Band.
All right, welcome back, and we are ready to play football here at Hall Stadium. And Patrick, I'll bet you've had at least a chance or two to get out there and enjoy the nice weather, but we can talk about weather anytime. So these Travis Tigers lost against what is proven to be not just a good, but a great team in the Spring Lions. The Spring Lions are ranked number 2 in the latest Vype football poll out of Class 6A for Greater Houston, right behind the Katy Tigers and right ahead of the Westfield Mustangs. Then they played a game that I don't know that you necessarily would think they would have beaten the Foster Falcons, but shouldn't they have played them a little bit tougher? And what are your overall impressions of the Travis Tigers?
Well, you never really know in that first game what the competition is like necessarily. Then when the season unrolls, you start to get an idea, who you're playing or who you have played. They actually didn't play too poorly against Spring. Spring was definitely the better team, but I thought Travis did a pretty good job in their first game on the road and so on. I think the whole Travis squad was disappointed at the Foster game. They just really came out kind of flat, a lot of mistakes. I would say 15 penalties probably in that game, a couple of turnovers. It just couldn't get on track. So I think if they played them again, they might be able to play a better ball game. And of course, last week or 2 weeks ago, they were able to come out with their first win. A pretty competitive game. Trying to remember who they played in that game, but they did win.
I'm drawing a blank too.
Yes.
We do 3 games a week, sometimes 4, and it's easy to kind of draw.
Falls.
That's right, Cy Falls.
At
Thank
Cy
you.
Falls, and I thought they played a pretty good game. I thought they all played Cy Falls on the road, so it was a good win for them. Pick up that first win, and we'll find out tonight a little bit more. As we continue the season, both teams are trying to, stamp their make a stamp of who they are as a team. Of course, Austin's ready to. They're really hungry for that first win, and what better for them to come against the arch rivals and the Travis Tigers. And I was going to ask you, Roger, your estimation. Maybe you actually know the exact distance between Travis and Austin. They are so close together.
Okay, well, first of all, I need to say who the captains were.
Okay,
We want to make sure we don't overlook that.
Yes.
For Austin, it was Victor Phillip, Justin Dillard, Braden Aboud, and Luke Weaver. And on the Travis side, it was Aaron Mendiola and the Njoku brothers, Anthony and Dominic. And also number 62, Dylan Kinney. And Dylan Kinney is a guy that I knew back when he was about 1.5 feet shorter than me. And now it seems like he's 1.5 feet taller than me. He is an all-around great athlete, great football player on the offensive line, and a great baseball pitcher. And we are ready to kick it off. It is Travis who is kicking off from the south end of Hall Stadium. Antonio Rubio striding toward the football, and we are underway. The kickoff is going deep, and I believe that is Jamal Franklin, number 0, and it is. And Patrick, he had a short kickoff return right there. He ran into great defense from Travis, or great coverage, I should say. But the good thing is he got up, and he looks like he's all right, because he went down on the opening kickoff last week against Ridgepoint. Looked like he might have been not in a condition to play for a long time.
That was, we were just hoping we weren't going to see deja vu there, because same kind of thing. Ran the kickoff. This time he's up and at him, and he's split out to the left on the first play.
So Braden Aboud and the Austin offense ready to get it going from their 14, and it's a double pass. And here's a pass down the field, and it is off the hands. Incomplete, intended for Luke Weaver. They threw a sideways pass to Hampton Phillips, and he threw it where it needed to be. But it was, I think we called a pass like this last week, Patrick, where a guy had to look just a little bit more straight back over his head than over the inside shoulder.
It really was a great pass. It was just got him a little bit off balance trying to find it.
Might have been a touchdown, but now it's 2nd down and 10. Aboud hands it off to Phillips, who gives it off on the reverse to Franklin, gets a block, gets to the 21, the 22, and bumped out of bounds. And he's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think he's going to have it. You got Matt Bennett out there, along with Josh Shimon, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, they sure have pulled out the plays early, haven't they? They got a couple of gadget plays in the first 2 plays.
Travis has had 2 weeks to work on this game, so I wonder if they're going to have just as many, if not more, gadget plays. But you're right. Austin is reaching deep into the bag of creative plays already. Looks like maybe Aboud is changing the play. Hands it off to Phillips, gets a good block, and runs over a man and gets the first down at the 25.
I believe that was number 54, Cooper, with a pancake block there. He just leveled the end for the Travis Tigers, which opened the gate for the runner to get that first down.
And I would say that was not only a pancake, but maybe a lot of butter and syrup to go with it.
Yes. Well, they got a first down in their first series last week. How long did it take them to get a first down? Took them a long time.
It took them into the second quarter.
Yes.
You're right. Aboud takes the snap, looks left, now hands it off and straight up the middle, and Phillips is absolutely buried. It looked like Sam Kinnick. No, I'm sorry. I don't have 32, a 32 on my roster.
There's no 32 on the roster.
Okay, well, Sam Kinnick's 33.
That was a beautiful play. He had the runner in the backfield, 3 yards deep.
Okay, Patrick, write down 32 for Travis, and when the assistant coaches come out at halftime, we're going to ask who those guys are.
Yes, sure.
Aboud on 2nd down and 10 throws a jailbreak screen to Jamal Franklin, and he runs into a lot of guards, and he is hit and fumbles. The ball is out, bug on the rug, and it belongs to the Travis Tigers. Yes, Patrick's taping down my rosters. He thought I was punching him in the arm a moment ago. I was just trying to stop a wind-blown roster. All right, I think we're good.
Well, that was a nice setup play for the Bulldogs, but the Tigers were all over it, and a big hit jars the ball loose, and now a whistle. Roger, I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe the chains have to be adjusted, I think, maybe.
By the way, Patrick, I want to apologize to everyone out there. I didn't catch who recovered the fumble for the Travis Tigers, but I was trying to make sure my roster didn't blow away.
We have to forgive Roger there. His roster was
but now I don't have
the wind.
I don't have to worry about it blowing away because you're always there when a good friend needs some scotch.
Oh, isn't that
tape.
Nice?
All right, 1st down and 10. Anthony Njoku at quarterback for the Travis Tigers. His running back is Jamison Singletary. Singletary takes a fake handoff and a quick slant pass inside the 10, complete at the 6. He delivered it to Gabriel Van Wyck, and that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to get to First Tire and Auto tonight.
Well, that was the second first down,
that's
so
right.
Not too deep.
Not too deep. That's good.
1st and goal at the 6 for Travis. Looking to score quickly. There goes Singletary. Straight up the middle. Hit early, but keeps pushing and gets it inside the 5 to the 3, where it'll be 2nd down and goal. And Travis likes to play fast. They are ready to line up again. Victor Phillip made that last tackle. Njoku calling out the count. Hands it off to Singletary again. Off left guard, but he's hit and does not get in. He gets to the 1. And let's see who got him there. That was Lotana Umi Izioki. And now they're running it again. 3rd and goal from the 1, and it's a sneak. Up the middle goes Njoku, and it's a touchdown for the Travis Tigers.
Well, they started off that series with a beautiful fake inside handoff and a slant pass to Van Wyck. And now they're rushing to the line for a possible 2-point play here, Roger.
They're in that kind of swing and gate formation where all the linemen are off to the left outside the hash marks. And are they going to run it? They flip it over to the left, up the middle. Well, the middle of what used to be the flat. They kind of threw a lateral pass to Carmelo Ratliff, and he did not get in, despite that escort of 5 big linemen in front of him.
I'm trying to figure out how he didn't get in there. Go ahead, Roger.
Well, maybe we can figure it out during this commercial break. We'll be back. Our score is Travis 6 and Austin nothing. 9:37 to go in the first on VypeFortBend.com.
It's that time of year where you hear people using the S word. September, that is. Occasionally, you can hear the great employees at First Tire and Automotive using another S word with customers. Savings. Fall specials include 50% off an oil change. Now's the time to make sure your auto is ready to kick off the season in tip-top shape. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
All right, so Austin has got to dig down and make sure they don't get discouraged. You don't want the teams dropping their heads and thinking, here we go again. So Jamal Franklin back to receive this kickoff. Rubio sends it deep. It's going to fly all the way to the end zone, and Franklin will let it go into the end zone. That's a touchback. So you kind of had a line of thought that we needed to explore before we went to that last break.
Well, it was a swinging gate play, and the center, like in a game of touch football, he just underhanded snapped way to the left side, and the runner there was Ratliff. I thought he got in. Did he not look like he fell right in? It looked like
he got in, but all I know is 6-0 is what we see on the scoreboard.
And I didn't see a whole lot of complaining from the Travis players, so I guess he didn't get in.
Ball at the 25. Aboud sends a man in motion, fakes a handoff to that player. Now he is hit in the backfield, but a flag comes out. He is sacked, but he had his face mask grasped. You know, that's kind of hard to say fast, isn't it?
Well, it has to be.
He got his face mask grasped.
It has to be a face mask because he certainly made the sack, but he must have grabbed a bit of the rack there.
Well, not only that, Patrick, but his cranium is rolling back near the 5-yard line. No, I'm kidding. But it was a pretty blatant face mask that you could have called from a drone that would be up above the top of the light standards here.
Well,
it was obvious call.
Yeah, that negates a nice 5-yard loss for Travis, and then it gives Austin that first down by penalty. They'll take it any way they can.
All right, so 15-yard penalty puts him at the 40, 1st and 10. And you hear the Austin band striking things up. Aboud wipes his hands on the towel. Sends Franklin in motion for a moment. Rolls to his right, pressured, throws, and there is Franklin, who could have made the catch, but he was hit as soon as the ball got there by Aaron Mendiola. And you know what's amazing to me, Patrick, is Franklin was still on the other side of the hash marks on the far side at the snap. He sprinted all the way diagonally across the field and got open.
And apparently, that was a great defensive play because it looked like it was going to be a great catch. And Enola came in there and stripped it away.
Now here's a quick pass into the flat on the near side from Aboud to Luke Weaver, and it's caught for a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 coming up. And by the way, that's the Travis band playing Eye of the Tiger, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe they're
now that makes sense. But if you're the Bulldog band, you don't want to play Eye of the Tiger.
I wouldn't think so.
3rd down and 6. 2 receivers on the right side of the formation. Aboud sends Franklin in motion from left to right, fakes it to him, and now throws. Hit as he throws, and the ball wobbles and falls incomplete. He was trying to throw deep and get the ball to Cesar Espino, who had a pretty good game last week, but when he was hit, that just took all the not the air out of the ball, it took all of the thrust out of the engine of the ball.
Yeah, the rush that time was the key to that play.
Carmelo Ratliff, who was on the unsuccessful 2-point try, is back to receive the punt. And it's a high snap, and it is partially blocked. And it wobbles, and it is picked up by Austin, but they can't do anything with it. It was
Dominic?
John hold on.
I'm sorry.
Aljavon Blaylock. Now, who blocked the punt?
Well, I think it was Dominic Njoku.
Okay, so
the
that's
brother of the quarterback.
Yeah, Anthony's brother.
So he got in there quick. The snap was a bit high, Roger, and by the time he's able to pull it back down, that gave Dominic a chance to get in there and partially block it, as you said.
Now, the Njoku brothers are not tonight's Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection.
Oh, my goodness.
I will tell you who is when I get a chance. Njoku drops straight back, has time, throws deep over the middle on the skinny post, but it's incomplete. He was trying to deliver it to Robert Sims, but Jason Tanifum was right there with him, and it's 2nd down and 10. But I have to wait for the right moment to tell everybody what the Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection is.
The timing is everything. The pretty good defense by the Bulldogs that time. The receiver was not overly open, and he was overthrown by Njoku.
2nd and 10 from the Travis 45. Up the middle, there goes Singletary. He's got 5 yards, and he's bulldogged down, literally, I guess, by Mark Fazio. You know, if you're a Bulldog and you make a tackle, you basically bulldog somebody like they do at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which was held every year up through 2019 from the beginning of time, and now we haven't had one for a while. I can't wait till we do, though. 3rd down and 5, and there is a shadow completely engulfing the line of scrimmage. We have a bright, sunny sky here at Hall Stadium. Njoku drops straight back, looks quickly to the left, gets a man, gets a completion, finds Gabriel Van Wyck, makes his 2nd catch, and that moves the sticks. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. There is a quick pass over into the right flat, and it's a good gain. 9 yards quickly for Robert Sims, who's wrestled down by Tanifum again. And it looks like Travis, which has had so many prolific offenses with great players like Cameron Oliver and Parker Washington, maybe they're going to start to become an explosive offense again. They come out in a formation that makes the Austin Bulldogs say, hey, hold on, timeout. We got to talk this over. We don't know what to expect, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place, and Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free, or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
I told you.
All right, we're back, and we missed a play, but we can tell you, Austin Bulldogs fans, it is good news. Martell Jones poured in from the right side and sacked Anthony Njoku, and that's a loss of, I'm going to call it 7 yards, so they now have 3rd down and 8 to go. Good pass rush by the Dogs. Njoku drops back. No pressure this time, throws right sideline, got a completion at the 24 and out of bounds. It's Robert Sims making the catch, and that'll move the sticks. Travis already up 6-0 with 6:46 to go, and quarter number 1 is on the march.
That was a pretty easy play for him, a little down and out. They needed, I guess, about 8, and they looked like about 12, so nice play by the Tigers.
Njoku with 3 receivers on the left. He looks to that side and throws over the middle, and the pass is knocked away.
Boy,
good play. Knocked out from behind Hugh Rolls, who, despite the fact that Austin was beaten so one-sidedly, 64-0 last week, Hugh Rolls made a lot of good plays.
Yeah, he had a good game. He called his number a few times, and he was right on the receiver that time. He was, shall we say, covered him like a blanket. Or is that too cliche-ish?
He was on him like ugly on an ape. 2nd down and 10 from the 25. Draw play. There goes Singletary. Gets past the first wave into the secondary and dives down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. And now Travis, it seems like after they get a 1st down, they like to play fast. They are lining up quickly, 2 receivers to either side. Singletary next to Njoku, but there is a whistle. What happened? Maybe they tried to play a little too fast there.
Yeah, sometimes you're a little too quick for your own self there, and they might have had a little confusion in the formation, or was it a delay of game? Nope, illegal procedure.
False start.
False start.
You know, we were talking last week about penalties that used to have different names. We call them something different now. I used to hear illegal procedure all the time, but then at some point, a couple of decades ago, I guess, they started saying false start.
Remember when we talked about it last week, they used to call it offside, now they call it encroachment.
Encroachment, or unabated to the quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, 2 men in the backfield, Ratliff and Singletary, and it's a give to, no, it's Njoku keeping it after faking the handoff, and he gets 4 of the 5 back that they lost on the penalty, and it'll be 2nd down and 11. They need to get to the 4-yard line to get a first down.
It's a good thing he did keep it, because the man he faked it to was overwhelmed there in the backfield. So what do we got, a 2nd and 11.
People still filing in here at Hall. Fake to Singletary, over the middle, pass in and out of the hands, right at the goal line. And Gabriel Van Wyck,
boy,
that was kind of marginal, but I think he should have had that football.
He wished he would have had that one. It might have been slightly below his waist, but definitely catchable. And he's kind of clenching his fist a little bit. Wish he could have that one
That tells
back.
you all you need to know. He's a conscientious receiver, and he knows he should have had it. Now it is 3rd down and 11. Big play for the Austin defense. They would really feel good if they could hold Travis to a field goal attempt here. And Njoku fakes the handoff. He's pressured and gets it away. Somehow he completed that pass, and it's all the way down to the 1-yard line. That'll be a first down. Patrick, he knew he was going to get drilled.
Yeah.
And Njoku delivered the ball to Gabriel Van Wyck, who wove his way down to the 1-yard line. And here we go. Travis looks like they're on the threshold.
And what a block. I believe it was Anthony Evans, because just when he caught the ball, Van Wyck, there was pressure and a chance for a good tackle by the Bulldogs, but the block freed him, and he was able to get down to the 1-yard line.
From the 1, 2 backs. Singletary is one of them. Off right tackle, into the end zone, touchdown. He runs into the bright sunshine of the north end zone of Hall Stadium, and that makes it 12-0. Travis, you know, the play prior to the touchdown, it was so amazing. You know what the Sea of Hands game was back in 1974.
Boy, I don't know.
Raiders and Dolphins, but somehow Anthony Njoku got it through a sea of hands. Now Travis comes out, lining up in that swinging gate formation, but now they move into the conventional setup for a place kick for the extra point. Sam Kinnick is the deep snapper. Antonio Rubio ready to kick it. Snap, and the ball is down. Kick is a beautiful rainbow over the goalposts. 13-0 with 5 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick. It's VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. And
we're back. Antonio Rubio has, as I expected, bombed the football into the end zone. But right before he did, we did not finish that spot for our great sponsors, Archer Volkswagen. So we'll make up for that later on. But Patrick Kinnick has details on that Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive.
Well, it's 11 plays, 55 yards for the second score of the game for the Tigers, capped off by a 1-yard run from Singletary. And so the score now is 13-0 Tigers as the Bulldogs try again.
All right, hang in there, Dogs. Let's go. Get back in this ball game. It is 13-0. And there is Hampton Phillips. Starts right, starts left, gets hit, fumbles. The ball is on the surface, and the Travis Tigers are celebrating as if they have the recovery, but somebody saved the day for Austin, and they still have the football. That is Cesar Espino. Wow.
I don't know
Great
how
play, Espino. You know, if Austin can turn it around and make this a competitive game here tonight, that may be the turnaround play, because if Travis got it inside the 30, I think we might be looking at a huge blowout.
That's a good point, Roger.
Second down and 12 after that fortunate fumble recovery for the Austin Bulldogs.
And not to mention, that was quite a hit he took, and the ball did come loose, but not on its own.
They give it back to Hampton Phillips, but he is in jail in the backfield, and I think he lost it. I think he lost the football, and it is Travis football.
Boy, oh boy, he...
Lemony Snickets, what a series of unfortunate events for the Austin Bulldogs. They fumble on consecutive plays, and you're kind of tempting the football gods that you can recover the fumble of your own twice in a row.
Well,
and now the Tigers have it at the 23. Did you see who got it? Because I didn't.
I did not, and I was just going to say that they were going to they handed it off to the same guy to try to build his confidence again, and unfortunately for him, he put it on the ground again.
And Njoku with a little running toss to Singletary, gets to the numbers, and he is thrown down. No flag on the play for what looked like it could have been a horse collar tackle. DeMarcus Griffin, well, you know, if you like aggression and if you like to throw down a ball carrier with great force, Griffin did exactly what a defensive coordinator would want you to do.
Boy, I thought that play was the definition of a horse collar, but I guess not.
And that was a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4, fade route to the left side, and the pass is in and out of the hands of Gabriel Van Wyck. A nice defensive play. Royale Salmon knocked the ball out. He kind of punched it.
Yeah, that was a good pass. He laid it right in there over the shoulder of the defender. But like you said, Salmon was able to punch it out on a really good defensive play to negate the reception.
So they gained 6 yards on that first play where Singletary was thrown down like a wet rag. And then they threw incomplete on the fade pattern to the left corner. And now it's 3rd down and 4 for the Travis Tigers, well within Antonio Rubio's field goal range. And Njoku flush to the left, throws end zone, and it's beyond the reach of his intended receiver, Ashton Oliphant. And so it's going to be 4th down and 4, and on comes the kicking unit for Travis. I believe this is going to be, Patrick, a 28-yard, 29-yard?
Well, he's close to the 30.
Exactly 30.
Yeah.
Right at the 30-yard line, or it's a 30-yard attempt, placing it at the 20-yard line. And there's very little wind, if anything, just a slight crosswind from his right to his left. Antonio Rubio ready to kick it. Plenty of distance, and it's good. Travis has increased its lead. It is now 16-0 with 3:12 to go in the first. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
It's that time of year where you hear people using the S word. September, that is. Occasionally, you can hear the great employees at First Tire and Automotive using another S word with customers. Savings. Fall specials include 50% off an oil change. Now's the time to make sure your auto is ready to kick off the season in tip-top shape. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Rubio to kick off again, right between the hash marks and halfway deep into the end zone, and it rolls far beyond the goalpost. And it's one of the amazing things that Travis has consistently been able to do, and that is to have a great kicker. You know, Antonio's big brother was pretty good, and I started to call him Marco Rubio, but no, that's a senator. Sergio Rubio was awesome. And Garrett Urban before that.
It's interesting that schools can just, somehow that happens. I don't know if they breed it or if it's just kind of luck of the draw there.
So Austin's got to get something going. They're down 16-0. And Jamal Franklin on the jet sweep, gets a block, gets outside the numbers near the 30, bumped out at the 28-yard line. And a lot of quick movement by Matt Bennett. He looks like a pretty good defensive back.
Yeah, and Espino did a nice job of blocking that time for Franklin, who got able to get around the edge. So the receiver doing his job on the edge to help the running game.
So they give him a 4-yard gain, put him at the 29. 2nd down and 6. Aboud fakes a handoff, throws it deep down the near sideline. Franklin, jump ball, looks over his outside shoulder, and he actually caught it, but he was out of bounds by the time he did.
Well, I want to say something. Roger, if we could have a replay on that catch, even though it was out of bounds, that was one of the most amazing catches I've ever seen. One-handed over the opposite shoulder, and I mean, that's one of those Beckham catches. It was very impressive. But unfortunately out of bounds, and nobody's ever going to see that replay.
Okay, can Austin convert here on 3rd and 6? They don't want to give the ball back to Travis, down 16-0. Here goes a man in motion, that's Weaver, and they fling it to him on the left side, and it was a forward pass because I think you may hear the whistles, but I think, Patrick, it actually wasn't a forward pass. I think it was backwards. And it should have been a live ball that Weaver, it happened to bounce back up into his hands. He should have been allowed to run with the football because it was live. If
it sure looked like
not thrown forward, it's a live ball.
Yeah, it sure looked like it was behind the line of scrimmage. But regardless, the play should have been effective. He was open, and they just could not connect on it. And I think they could have got the first down had they connected.
Vaughn corner, ready to kick for Austin. Ratliff is back to receive, along with also Dominic Njoku. That's a pretty good punt. I guess something about that punt that the Austin student section loved. I don't know what
I don't know
got
either.
into them, but they're very excited.
There's a little bit of information that we're not aware of there. And the Travis Tigers are going to get the ball again on their own, looks like 44-yard line. And you're counting off the distance on that punt.
Yeah, was the line of scrimmage the 29?
I believe somewhere in that.
Okay, yeah, it was
area.
a 29.
They got a 4-yard gain on the first play,
21, and that's a 27-yard punt with no return. Njoku drops back on 1st and 10 from his 44, steps up in the pocket, over the middle, got a man on the slant and on the run, and he's tackled at the 24-yard line. Gabriel Van Wyck signals first down. You know, that is a first down. So
yes, let's hear it.
What should we do but think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs? Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Travis playing fast. Looking to the right, now throwing to the left, up in zone, incomplete, just over the outstretched hand of Drew Sissom. And
we know that name, don't we?
I've decided that I want that to be our family connection. Drew
there you
Sissom,
go. There you go.
He's kind of a quarterback in waiting.
Yes.
Because, you know,
he's the backup quarterback.
Are often quarterbacks, but now they're putting him on the field, and he's playing the slot receiver on the left side.
And Roger, he did see a little quarterback action against the Foster Falcons. Njoku got hurt in that game.
Fake to Singletary, throw into the flat to Robert Sims, gets outside a defender and takes it inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And I forgot to say the most important part after Sissom just missed making that catch. That is the Nick's Italian Restaurant Family Connection.
There you go.
And their family gets bigger every time you stop by at Nick's Italian Restaurant.
And he made a nice block on that last play to spring the receiver. So good job by Sism there. Oh,
Njoku throwing, and it is in the flat. Got a catch, got a touchdown. He delivered it kind of a nice back shoulder throw. Hold on. There is a flag down, and it's going to nullify the touchdown.
No, it's an offside.
It's offsides against Austin.
Yeah.
It's not going to nullify it.
And Ratliff made the catch there.
Yes, he sure did. Carmelo Ratliff. And, you know, Xfinity is the future of awesome. We think Carmelo Ratliff has an awesome future. He's just a freshman. No Antonio Rubio ready to come on and kick the extra point. I have not identified the holder. Patrick, do you know who holds?
Well, I'm going to have
Rubio
to
kicks.
Check that out.
Kick is up, and it's a ting of beauty. Well, it is young Drew Sissom.
Sissom, yeah, I should have known that. Yeah.
So that another more evidence of
sure hand people, right?
More evidence of the Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection. Their family gets bigger every time you stop by. It is now 23-0. Travis over Austin. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Patrick has details on that Archer Volkswagen scoring drive by the Travis Tigers.
Well, 4 plays, 56 yards, capped off by a 17-yard touchdown pass from Njoku to Ratliff. And the Tigers are roaring loudly here in the first quarter.
This time the kick will be returned. And it's Jason Tanifum, and he breaks loose across the 40-45. Cuts back inside and into Travis territory. Dropped at the 45-yard line. Finally making the tackle was that freshman phenom, Carmelo Ratliff. But what an outstanding kickoff return by Tanifum. Maybe that can kind of get his team going.
He made a nice cut and found a little gap, and then came up the sideline, the right side, and able to get all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Travis Tigers, where they'll have their best starting field position of the night.
All right, 45-yard line. Low snap, but Aboud has it. Rolls to his left, throws in the flat. Had Espino, but it's off his hands. As right as the ball arrived, so did Aaron Mendiola, and broke it up about 12 yards down the field. It would have been a first down.
Well, there's no doubt that one should have been caught, Roger. Again, we're not trying to say that we're perfect and we would do everything right down there, but that ball was right in his hands, and that would have been, like you said, a 12-yard gain at least.
Second down and 10. There goes Espino in motion. They fake it to him, and now they give it off to Hampton Phillips, trying to get outside, and he picks up just 2. And did a flag come in?
Penalty marker came in on the play. Now, whether that's a block or something that one of the defenders did to the lineman, but it's in that area of holding.
Well, the guy that threw the flag was on the other side,
Isn't it amazing how far they throw those flags?
Well, it's amazing how far they can see a penalty.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if they see jersey being grabbed or something that makes it obvious, I guess. But that was a pickup of about 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be brought back after that holding call. They handed it back off to Hampton Phillips, who had a little rough time last series. And it's good for him to see him to hang on to the ball that time for his confidence purposes there.
Well, you know, it must have been a pretty egregious holding penalty, because the guy that called it was about 40 yards away from where it happened.
Yeah.
But it is now second down and 20. Aboud fakes the handoff and throws. Got Espino across the 50. And he's within 3 yards of the original line of scrimmage, but as he is tackled, another flag comes down.
It's interesting because it came from the linesman, and on the way on the other side of the field after the play was over. So that's kind of It'll be interesting to see what this call is going to be.
Parker Reed made the tackle, and it looks like they're going to back up the Bulldogs yet again, 5 more yards.
Let's just try to figure out why that flag didn't come out earlier.
It's an ineligible man downfield.
That's why. Yep.
There's your answer, my friend.
Yes, thank you. So he spotted somebody all the way on the other side of the field. I guess that's part of his jurisdiction to make that call.
Now with such a ridiculous down and distance situation, 2nd and 25, the Dogs really have to hope that Travis will bail them out and commit a penalty that's an automatic first down. Abu drops back, hit as he throws, got Hampton Phillips, nice gain into Travis territory and out of bounds at the 42. And now that'll set him up with a, plausibly makeable 3rd down situation. I think they'll have...
That might be the last play of the first quarter,
I think it will be. And they'll have plenty of time to think about what they're going to do on third down and 5. But wait a minute. He went out of bounds.
Oh, yes. You're right, Roger. But the clock was running.
I'm
not sure why it was running.
The clock keeps running, Patrick. We see it happen week after week.
A
guy will go out of bounds. I know it's not supposed to stay stopped until the next snap, but it is supposed to stop immediately. Here we go. 3rd down and 5. Low snap. Aboud dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He's escaping. He throws toward the sideline and into the last part of Hall Stadium that is covered by sunlight. I think one of the cheerleaders caught it.
Yes, I think she's still got it over there.
Well, she's got, I guess she sprayed stickum on her hands
exactly
to make sure the pom-poms don't fly out. That's it for the first quarter, and it's not really quite as one-sided as it seems, but Travis is up 23-0. Fumbles have been part of the problem for Austin. We'll come back and see if they can get it going right into the right direction here on VypeFortBend.com.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows, free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Austin comes out of the timeout, or actually out of the end of the quarter, ready to run a trick play. And Aboud is sacked on 4th down and 4. That did not fool Travis one little bit. And you had Israel Akinlabi, who got there first and brought him down and basically threw him down on his head. I guess that's the play just needed to develop faster than it did.
Well, what would you say that formation was? They had all the blockers on the left side of the, like on the way out by the numbers. There was no blockers there so the defender was able to get in easily on that play.
Well, I guess whoever takes the snap reads whether they want to fling it over here behind all those blockers or do something to the right. And Njoku drops back on 1st down, and a flag comes in. This is going to be pass interference. It's an incomplete pass way over the head of Robert Sims, but they're going to flag Jason Tanifum.
And Roger, I don't know if you were watching the end of that play, but it almost looked like the receiver kind of slowed down, kind of lost his balance a little bit, and I'm not so sure that it was quite the interference call that they called, but I guess they had to call it, I guess. I mean, there was contact.
Well, I think he kind of bought the call. The receiver slowed down enough he kind of initiated the contact, and therefore... There's your problem right there, Vern.
You still teach that? Selling the call?
Yeah, if you slow down when you could have sped up to catch the ball, I would say so. 1st and 10, and Njoku, quick play fake and a slant a little bit behind his intended receiver, Carmelo Ratliff. And Johnny on the spot was Mark Fatso.
Well, it's interesting. This is the most I think I've seen Travis pass this year. They're really coming out winging it here in the first half. And they've been somewhat successful, I would say. 2nd and 10 now.
Drop back. And there is Njoku, who pulled the ball down and tried to run with it and ended up getting stopped for either no gain or for a loss of a yard. And it'll set up 3rd down and 10.
DeMarcus Griffin was in on that tackle. He made a great play. I think Njoku would have, if he had to do it again, he would have pitched it off to Singletary, who had a much better chance of gaining yards.
Here we go, 3rd down and 10. Good push up the middle, and Njoku is flushed, runs to his right. He's hurdling a man, and he's very close to the 1st down, but I think he is 1 yard short. He comes up a yard short. It'll be 4th and 1. Making the tackle for the Dogs was Emmanuel Mukoro, just a sophomore.
Did you see the beginning of that play where the defender came in there pretty hard, and he jumped off his feet, and Njoku just basically ran right underneath where he jumped.
He's like a basketball defender going for the head fake.
Yeah.
4th and a long one, and they'll try to get him to jump, and I think it's a free play, and Njoku throws far sideline, up in the air, incomplete, and it's going to be 2 penalties on the same play. It's going to be offside on someone on the left side of the Bulldog offensive line, and it's going to be pass interference against Asher Hutchinson, as the pass was intended for Robert Sims.
I think both of those penalties were pretty obvious. The offside, they snapped it just as he came offside. And then the interference, he was kind of face guarding and making contact prior to the ball getting there. Unfortunate for the Bulldogs, but pretty good play by the Tigers to get him to jump offside to start that play and generate the free play, as you said.
So I guess the smarter thing to do for Travis is they're going to take the pass interference penalty. There we go. We see that Ronnie Morgan, our referee, says the offsides penalty is declined and the defensive pass interference penalty is accepted. 23-0 with 10:30 to go before halftime. And at halftime, Patrick, we're going to have an interview with Tony Heath.
Okay.
He was the head coach of the Pearland Oilers when they won the state championship in 2010.
And
he now works for Hellas Construction, which is responsible for nearly all of the field turf surfaces you see throughout Texas.
I got a question for you when we're done here.
First and 10 from the 14, and Njoku with a quarterback sweep going left, cuts it up, going through all the traffic, somehow getting 6, maybe 7 yards, and now there's a mass of humanity, a huge scrum, and I think they stop his forward progress at the 9-yard line, pickup of 6.
Looks like Big Victor Phillip was in there wrapping him up there, but not after he got about 5 yards on the play.
Phillip, singular. Hampton Phillips, plural, is the running back. Probably not brothers. There goes Singletary up the middle, slamming ahead, and he gets within 1 yard of the 1st down.
One of the Tiger helmet came off. Number 62, Dylan Kinney, lost his helmet at the end of the play. So he had to come out of the game for one play, is what I'm trying to say there.
Victor Phillip and DeMarcus Griffin collaborating on the tackle. It's now 3rd down and 1. Travis needs to get to the 4 to pick up the 1st down. Njoku looks like he might be changing the play. Calls for the snap. Fakes to Singletary, runs left, has to give ground, but does get around the pursuit and dives out of bounds. He even got a touchdown.
Wow.
Because, as John Madden often says, the goal line goes all the way around the world. So if you jump, if you leap and you're still in bounds, you can fly over out of bounds territory and they spot the ball where you land.
Well, that was a really great finish to the run by Njoku there. Able to get into that end zone. Here comes the extra point, Roger.
So Antonio Rubio looks over to the sideline. Drew Sissom.
One guy short here.
Yeah, they're one guy short, just getting there in time. Tristan Mason. Good snap and hold. Good snap by Sam Kinnick. The kick is up and good inside the left upright. And, you know, I just note, I'm not picking on Tristan Mason or anything, but you know how sometimes you're waiting for girls to be ready so they can go out the door to some kind of outing, whatever it might be.
You're saying waiting for the lady. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, there is a country song called Waiting on a Woman, but that's not really where I'm going with this. I had an uncle. Anytime some girl just took forever to get ready, he would say, she's going to be late to Judgment Day.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Roger, this is we were here last week together with the Ridge Point awesome game, and it's feeling a little bit too much like that right now, 30-0, with a full 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Well, I know it's probably not going to make the Austin Bulldogs and their fans feel any better, but they are playing quite a bit better than they did, last week. As I know you're not listening to me because your fan club is taking pictures of you right now.
Exactly. I think you said something about Austin playing a little bit better this week.
Rubio kicks off, and
look at that.
It stops right where it is. And Franklin has to pick it up from his 4, trying to get through the pursuit.
Boy,
man, Jamal Franklin is such a good athlete, but he's not getting a chance to show it on these kickoff returns because of the good hang time, the depth of the kicks, and the great coverage you saw last week against Ridge Point and this week against Travis.
Well, that play, he probably should have fielded it. It landed around the 6-yard line. He thought it was going to go rolling into the end zone, and he had to be paid for it because he's only able to get to the 10. So they start at their own 10 here for this next drive.
So 90 yards to go for a touchdown for the Austin Bulldogs, who already trail 30-0. Njoku takes the snap, throws a pass in the flat, caught by Franklin, 6-yard gain, dropped immediately.
That was, that was close. The Travis defender was there right at the reception, and he'd have been a step sooner. He might have been gone for 6 the other way.
Aaron Mendiola makes the tackle for the Tigers. Press coverage on the outside receivers, and there is the give to Hampton Phillips. He's got some room. Outside the 30, down to the 40, and dragged down from behind. That'll be a first down if there are no flags on the play. Israel Akinlabi made the tackle, but it's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
Roger, we didn't see that kind of play last week for sure. That was
I'm sure that was
run.
A longer gain than anything that Hampton Phillips had last week.
Well,
there is a timeout called, I believe. Hold on.
Yep. Just a matter of who called it here. Let's see.
Okay. Go ahead and say what you were going to say. I think we have a few seconds.
I was going to say that might have been more yards on that one play than they had the whole first half last week.
Not just on any one play, but you're right, probably the first half, because you noted that they had negative yardage. All right, so that was not a timeout. The ball's at the 42. I don't know why they gave. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like one of the officials is having a hard time over on the left side of the field. He's kind of bent over at the waist. I don't know if he, lost his early lunch or his early dinner or anything like that. But he nodded his head. He is ready to officiate some more. And with 8:34 to go in the half, the Dogs are on the march. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 42. Fake to Hampton Phillips, dropping back as a boot. He has time, motioning to receivers, throws, the pass is tipped and flutters incomplete. That was coming off the corner, a blitz by Akinlabi. 2nd down and 10. By the way, it's a wonderfully pleasant evening, I must say. Braden Aboud threw 9 innings last week, so to speak. Gives to Hampton Phillips, turns it up, and he gets a nice little gain out to the 48-yard line. He picked up 6, but now we've got 3rd down. And by the way, the tackle made on that play by Thomason Olarunfemi. Xfinity is the future of Austin, and we believe that Thomason Olarunfemi has an awesome future. Just a sophomore, starting at linebacker. And I want to say hi to his mom, because I get to teach with her at Mata Intermediate. And A-Leaf, she's wonderful. I'm sure her son is wonderful too. There goes Hampton Phillips, dropped in the backfield, and guess who? Right on cue, Thomason Olarun Femi drops him like a sack of rocks in the backfield. Patrick is attending to some family needs. That is to say, he needs to help his wife get out of the elevator to the upper concourse here at Hall Stadium. Well, unfortunately for the Dogs, they can't pick up the first down, and so they will bring on their punting specialist, Vaughn Corner. And Dominic Njoku is back there to return the punt. On 4th down and 8 yards to go. And it is a low whirly-bird punt. Lands near the 30, keeps on going inside the 20, and it is finally picked up at the 11. Here comes Njoku up the near sideline, makes a move outside the 20, and a flag comes in late as he is dropped at the 24-yard line. James Autry made the tackle, and more than likely this is going to be something against Travis for some kind of illegal block or holding or something. That's what you usually get on the punt returns. Be with us at halftime, and we'll hear from Tony Heath, former Pearland coach. And I have to say, I think Pearland's defeat of Euless Trinity in the 2010 state championship game was my all-time favorite state championship game, at least in the highest classification. It was just awesome the way Pearland fell behind early in that game and then just started punching Euless Trinity into submission. Their offensive line dominated, and they had a Hurricane Katrina refugee who was an important part of their team, who became their best running back. And you know, Euless Trinity, after they scored early, started celebrating as if this was some coronation, that they were supposed to win state. But Pearland did aid themselves with a trick play, but, you know, they won because they were the better team. The trick play helped. Penalty sends Travis all the way back to the 12-yard line, and it is a quick throw to Ratliff. Makes one move, but he can't get past the second tackler. That's Hugh Rolls of Austin, and it was really James Autry who kind of, like a cutting horse, kept him from getting wide. And I thought he gained a couple of yards, but actually he was stopped for no gain. So it's 2nd down and 10 for Travis from their 12-yard line. 6:07 to go here in quarter number 2. 30-0, the Tigers on top of the Bulldogs. Njoku hands it off up the middle, Singletary, and he is belted after a pickup of 6. And you know what DeMarcus Griffin did? He decleated him. By the way, tomorrow night we're going to have the game between Dulles and Bush. Dulles taking its first district defeat last week against Clements. 3rd down and 4. Hard count. Njoku might have gotten someone to jump. Throws it down the far sideline, and the pass is caught. Was it caught in bounds? Yes, it was. Gabriel Van Wyck walking the tightrope on the far sideline at the 44, out of bounds, and that is a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. That's firsttireandauto.com. And you know, one of these halftimes, we're going to get Nancy Pope or Craig Pope, the husband-wife ownership team at First Tire and Auto. You know, they get that. You know, when you're a sponsor all year long, we'll let you talk about your business, and it'll appear in 3 or 4 games. We have room for another sponsor or two. On 1st and 10, Njoku in a collapsing pocket, throws to a man on the run, caught Robert Sims all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 56-yard touchdown strike to Robert Sims. And this game is officially way, way, way out of hand. 36-0 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And I really feel for my friends with Austin. It's become a long year already. And this is game number 5. Antonio Rubio on to add the extra point. It is up. It is good. 37-0. VypeFortBend.com. 5 minutes to go before the half. Travis making it look easy.
Good. The score now, the Travis Tigers, 37. Your Austin Bulldogs.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Yeah, you had one. 30 yards.
So the Austin Bulldogs take over after a long kickoff by Antonio Rubio, a touchback. They have the ball in the middle of the field, going from right to left, trying to get something on the board before halftime. Hampton Phillips trying to get around the pursuit, gets to the 30, stoned right there at the 31-yard line, and that was Aaron Mendiola, who I think likes to run into people real hard.
Well,
he seems to enjoy the collisions.
He's a former linebacker who's been moved back to the safety position, and he does like to hit. Another nice run, though, 5 yards for Hampton Phillips.
Yes, I neglected to say how long the run was. Give him 5.5. So 2nd and 4.5. Abood rolling right, throws back the other way. Jamal Franklin got it, broke one tackle, runs into a whole bunch of Tigers, and he picks up 1.5 yards. So 3rd down and 3 coming for Austin.
Well, that was a pretty good defense. It looked like they had him set up really nicely for Franklin, but the Tiger defenders swarmed for just to get him only about a 2-yard gain. Now the Bulldogs are on the line of scrimmage ready to run the play, and then they sprinted back to a huddle.
Yeah, I've never seen that. It was kind of like they had the play, they lined up, they went back into a huddle. Now 3rd down and 3. There goes Phillips running the play, but he cannot get out of the backfield this time, and it is Thomason Olorunfemi living up to all the hype that we got from his head coach during the Countdown to Kickoff show.
Can you pronounce that last name one more time?
Olorunfemi.
That is amazing how well you do with these names.
Well, I've only worked with his mom for about 1,000 school days.
So you already know the family.
But everybody calls her Ms. O, as you can imagine.
Yeah, and that was a really good play. He came sprinting across the field and wrapped up. I mean, how many times we see plays where the guy does not wrap up? That time he had him in a vice lock for the tackle.
He's a sophomore and he's been trained well. Corner kicks it out of there. Wobbly kick. And it is Carmelo, I think, is probably maybe a little upset that he didn't run that back. He fair caught it at his own 45. I think he might have had some room to run.
Maybe he was instructed to fair catch that, but yeah, I think he could have got at least 10 yards on that return if he'd have kept it running.
Well, you're probably, there's a very good chance that you're correct about him being instructed to fair catch it. Okay, had a little lull in the proceedings. Njoku to pass on 1st and 10, and he's got a completion for 5 yards, and that's it.
Roger.
And he gets it to number 9, Nifemi Rufai.
Are we going to see we talked about it last week about how the Ridgepoint offense doing a lot of passing in the first half. Do you think that's happening here with Travis, that maybe they'll slow things down a little bit in the second half?
Well, I kind of hope so. But what do they run there? It's a little fumble-rooski play, and it's going to go for big yardage down the far sideline, out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Everyone was all bunched up, and it looked like 3 or 4 players came around the right end, but they didn't have the football. Gabriel Van Wyck did have it.
Well,
and
actually it was number 9, wasn't it?
It was Nifemi Rufai.
I think he had the ball, yeah.
Well, actually, I thought it was Gabriel Van Wyck.
Maybe
it was one or the other.
They were both running over that direction, so
it was either 9 or the square root of 9, which is 3.
A little math lesson here in the broadcast from Roger.
And there is a whistle before the Tigers could run a play. The down box should say first. I think they're switching it now. Yes, they did. It's 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 25. Less than 2 minutes to go before halftime. It's 37-0 Travis over Austin. Njoku hands it off on the delay up the middle. And it's a short run for Carmelo Ratliff. 4 yards. In fact, they spot him with a 5-yard gain.
It's hard to believe he's a freshman, Roger. I believe you mentioned it a couple times. Running the ball at that young age and the big time, that's pretty impressive.
Kraylin Ashbury, sophomore, made the tackle for Austin. 2nd down and 5. Plenty of time for Njoku. Now he is moving to his right. Tells his guy Sims where to go and throws it to him in the right corner of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. A beautiful catch. Falling backward. He high pointed it and made the catch to bring the score to 43-0. This is it's a highlight fest for the Travis Tigers and a long night for the Austin Bulldogs.
Well, it was a great job of improvisation there by the quarterback, and he was able to direct his receiver downfield, and he lofted it up there for a nice touchdown.
Snap by Kinnick, hold by Sissom, kick by Rubio, and it counts for the 44th point of the night, and we haven't even reached halftime. 1:09 to go. This is VypeFortBend.com. Travis leading Austin.
It's that time of year where you hear people using the S word. September, that is. Occasionally, you can hear the great employees at First Tire and Automotive using another S word with customers. Savings. Fall specials include 50% off an oil change. Now's the time to make sure your auto is ready to kick off the season in tip-top shape. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
By the way, we are enjoying a little between plays conversation with Mark Sherman, a great Austin dad. But there is Jamal Franklin making a great play for the Bulldogs as he caught it near the sideline between the numbers and the boundary, and then he headed back toward the middle, and he picked up a first down at the 43-yard line. Less than a minute to go before the half is over, and the Dogs are trying to get something on the board, and that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. On first down, Braden Aboud, heavy rush, throws it out into the flat, got Hampton Phillips, broke a tackle, moving toward the far sideline, but he won't get there. He's hit, and it's actually a loss of 1.
Well, that was a lot of action for a 1-yard loss there. Good job by the Travis Tigers as Taylor Kendrick was all over the quarterback early in that play, and Aboud had to do the best he could to get to the receiver that time.
Yeah, I mean, that is some serious harassment.
Yes.
I mean, he was just poor kid. Aboud is just running for his life.
That's 2 weeks in a row now for him on the running for his life scene.
But he did an amazing job of getting the ball into the hands of his receiver, but because he was tackled in bounds, the Dogs use a timeout with 32.3 to go before halftime in a game that's just forgettable for them already, unfortunately. 44-0 after a very tough loss last week against Ridgepoint. And I guess this is where Coach Eric Bonlow is really going to earn his money. You've got to get the kids to maintain confidence and believe in the plan that they can win some games.
You got to take the lumps sometimes at the beginning.
And they're taking some serious ones now. Yep. But here they are out of the timeout. 2nd down and 11 from their 42. Aboud play fake, drops back, steps up. Now rush to the right. Can't get rid of it. Dropped. The sack is made by number 44, Kendrick Taylor. You mentioned him before.
Yeah, Kendrick Taylor that time came from the edge. The play before he came up the middle, and this time from the right edge, and he just tracked him down from behind like a hungry tiger.
Yes, like a hungry tiger. Hungry like the tiger. Wasn't that the Duran Duran song? Yeah. And Eye of the Wolf and Hungry like the tiger.
Roger. He's
I'm just trying to see if people are paying attention.
He's rewriting history here.
Yeah, I'm just
he
trying
gave you
to.
A math lesson earlier on the square root or whatever of 3 or 9, and then he comes back with rewriting some history of some old songs.
I should not have done that because there's this particular iHeartMedia radio host in Houston who will intentionally get the name wrong on an actor or a song or something, and he just does it to annoy people. But his ratings are pretty good, so I guess it's okay. But, of course.
It's all about ratings, Roger.
Well, Travis, kind of it is.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You know
Even
that.
for us. And ours are pretty good.
3rd and long here.
3rd and very long. 3rd and 15. They have to get to the Travis 47. Man goes in motion, pump fake short. Aboud is hit and bug on the rug. The ball is loose, and they have it. They being the Travis Tigers. They have it at the 35, and it's a recovery by 32, whose number and name we don't have.
I think 32 made the fumble happen, but our man Taylor recovered.
Kendrick Taylor recovered. Okay, thank you.
3 plays in a row where he was making big plays, and look at this, 15 seconds.
You know what I smell here? I smell an Antonio Rubio field goal attempt.
He might be
dropping back is Njoku. Pump short, moves to the sideline, throws late over the middle, incomplete. The clock stops at 8.8 to go. And so I was asking Coach Sissom prior to the game, how far can Rubio kick it? He said he was hitting from 49. So if they want to hit one from 49, they have to get the line of scrimmage to the 32. And that's 4 more yards. I might not be a smart man, but I know 6 minus... Well, never mind.
Okay,
here we go. 36-yard line. Njoku drops back, throws to the sideline, got the completion, and out of bounds. That's just what they need. Gabriel Van Wyck makes the catch, does a toe tap by the sideline, and with 4.8 seconds to go, onto the field comes Antonio Rubio, his trusty deep snapper, Sam Kinnick, and his holder, Drew Sissom. The ball will be on the left hash mark, and it'll be a 41-yard attempt. And, I saw a 43-yard field goal successful by Lance Link of Clements when they played at Pasadena. 41-yard attempt. Good snap and hold. Ball is on the way. Plenty of distance, and it is good.
Wow.
47-0 as the second quarter clock expires. Domination by Travis. We'll take a break and be back with Tony Heath, the legendary coach of the Pearland Oilers, when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
All right, everybody, it's halftime. VypeFortBend.com football coverage, and we're pleased to be joined during the halftime break by Tony Heath, the former Pearland head coach who led the Oilers to a championship in 2010, and now he is 4 years behind him under his belt at Hellas Construction, the company that's really best known for the great field turf, and they are literally all over Fort Bend ISD. Welcome, Coach Heath. Tell us what your company has done at Fort Bend schools.
Thanks for having me. Hellas has really been involved with Fort Bend ISD. Fort Bend ISD made a big commitment into their extracurricular activities, and we're able to we've been able to put a synthetic turf field at each of the high schools. Not only that, we've taken care of the middle schools and making sure each middle school has a track. We installed tracks at each of the middle schools, along with redecorating, retaking care of some of the gyms. Basically, about a $30 million project is what we've been involved with at Fort Bend ISD.
Well, let's kind of, for some of those youngsters out in the audience, let's kind of walk them through the evolution of different surfaces, because you and I are old enough to remember when it was a natural surface. If you got the kind of rain that we've had during the summer of 2021, you could end up to your ankles in mud. But fortunately, then we evolved to the fuzzy concrete, and now we have great products that are safer.
Well, we do, and that's number one, safe. The synthetic turf system we installed is a safe. It plays just like natural grass, to where it actually is like strands of grass with rubber infill that helps cushion the pads for impact. Helps reduce Gmax and the impact on contact. But the system.
Welcome back. Halftime continues on Vype.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Welcome back. Halftime continues on VypeFortBend.com. We're talking with Tony Heath, formerly the head coach of the Pearland Oilers, now with Hellas Construction, that does all kinds of sports facility construction. But I'm sure it helped you to get your foot in the door and get your job after your coaching career at Hellas to be a state champion in 2010 when Pearland beat Euless Trinity in the state championship football game. Tell us quickly, what are the main memories of that championship team?
You know, just the kids that we had playing for us, never give up attitude. I mean, we were 16-0 that year, but I think 7 games we had to come back in the fourth quarter to win. And it was a team that, you know, everything went the right way. The ball bounced the right way for things to happen the way they did. And you know, the biggest thing is getting to bring a state championship to a community, and how that whole community of Pearland, they absorbed that state championship. And it was a we thing. I mean, it was a community championship, and that's the biggest thing I remember about it.
And in those days, I believe there was still a singular champion from every classification, or had we gone to divisions in 6A at that point?
Yeah, we had Division I, Division II. That was we were 5A, big school, small school, in 10, and that was the year. In 2010 was the first time they decided to play at a neutral site, which was the first year that they'd played at Texas Stadium. So we got to, you know, we get to hang our hats on. We're the first state championship of the neutral sites.
And there was something that I love the back and forth between teams that really just kind of figuratively throw down the gauntlet. We're going to win this game. Euless Trinity, of course, they came in with a very high national ranking. I think high school rankings that are national are kind of silly, but they probably deserved that ranking, and they scored first, and you got the feeling they thought the game was a coronation, but your team had other ideas. How did you get the momentum back?
You know, our kids, like I said, they'd been in that situation before. We had 8 games that year that we'd come from behind, and we had a bunch of knuckleheads that just never gave up. I mean, I say that in laughing, but no, those kids, they knew they were going to have a ball game. Probably on paper, we were definitely outmanned, size-wise and probably athletically, but our kids just had that heart of that never give up, die attitude, and so they knew it was going to be a 48-minute ball game, and as we always said, it's 48 minutes to play and a lifetime to remember, and we still remember it today.
And it never hurts when you have that one extra piece to the puzzle that kind of falls into your lap. You know, I believe Hurricane Katrina in 2005, it was a bad thing, okay? Bad thing, but it brought you Dustin Garrison, who, running behind a great offensive line, was just that guy who runs heavy and who could slam the defense. And when your offensive line started winning the battle in the trenches, and you could get 3, 4, 5 or more yards by running Dustin, you took control of the game. And what's Dustin doing now?
Dustin was a blessing to Pearland. Actually, Dustin is a middle school coach.
And by the way, I forgot to say, Coach, that because of Hurricane Katrina, he moved in from the New Orleans area. Okay, I left that part out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But no, Dustin, like I said, was a blessing to Pearland. He represented Pearland well. When he left, he went to play at West Virginia. He had a great career there and came back, and he's actually a middle school teacher in the Alvin ISD district. Still keep up with him, doing good, has a family, and get to see him grow up now.
And I also really liked watching your quarterback. He wasn't exactly D1 college material, but he was just super smart, never seemed to get rattled. And I forgot his name, so help me with that.
Trey Anderson. Trey actually, after that game, he wasn't getting many looks, but after that game, there was a coach, Todd Dodge, who's at Westlake now. He was at actually University of Pittsburgh, and he saw him, and he recruited him. And Trey went on to be at University of Pittsburgh for a few years. And Trey now is a quality control at Arizona State. He's working for Herm Edwards. So special guy. He was a coach on the field. Trey knew the game of football, loved the game of football, and he was a leader. You know, he was a coach on the field, a leader on the field that was a big instrumental in us winning that state championship.
Well, you're kind enough to give me your number, so if he comes back maybe, let's say, in the summer of 2022, I would love to do an interview with him as well, get an update on his career. And Coach Heath is there. I always call you Coach, even though you weren't my coach.
So I take that name with respect. I mean, that name is a name that I value a lot. Coach.
Is there anything else that you want to say before we let you go? And thank you so much for being on our halftime program.
No, man, just appreciate what Vype does for high school football in the state of Texas and you guys, and just appreciating the game tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony Heath. Always fun to visit with you. Thanks for being with us, and we'll continue to look at your fields everywhere. The fields there, I was going to make some kind of analogy about harvest in fields, but these are artificial fields. Nevertheless, you have a bountiful harvest, so to speak.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back. Third quarter is coming up soon on VypeFortBend.com.
There we go.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Welcome back. We are here at Hall Stadium, and the Travis Band is on the field performing, and we have a few scores to give you. Not a whole lot of Thursday night action going on, but some. The Katy Tigers, ranked number 2 in the state by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine and ranked number 1 in the greater Houston area by Vype. I'm sorry, I need to turn myself up a little bit here. I'm going to start over. How about that? Welcome back to halftime. It continues with the Travis Band playing on the field at Hall Stadium, and we have a few scores to give you, as many as we possibly can. And we'll start with the Katy Tigers, ranked number 2 in the state of Texas by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, and ranked number 1 in the greater Houston area by Vype. And Katy leads the Seven Lakes Spartans, a couple of district brethren playing each other. The Katy Tigers lead 28-0 at the half. Seven Lakes, not a bad team at all, but it's really tough to hang with the Katy Tigers. Plus, if you're in Katy ISD, it's just so hard psychologically to think that you can beat them. The one team that has been able to make a serious run at it recently was the Tompkins Falcons, and I really look forward to seeing what happens when it's Katy High against Tompkins this year. I think it'll be a good, strong, even matchup. So right here at Hall Stadium, we got the Travis Tigers leading Stephen F. Austin 47-0 at the half. Right at the halftime gun, Antonio Rubio hit a field goal from 41 yards away. Number 9 ranked in the state of Texas, and maybe they should be higher. The Westfield Mustangs are leading Aldine Davis, but the game is still, the latest we have on it is it's in the first quarter. Aldine Westfield 14, Aldine Davis nothing. And that is not even quite halfway through the first quarter. The Cy Ridge Rams 14-6 leading with 2:13 to go in the half. 2:13 to go in the first quarter. They're taking on the Springwoods Tigers. You know, I start to say first half, but I realize that we have started our game tonight at 6 p.m. and so many of the games around the area start at 7 instead of 6. All right, so let's keep on looking. We got the Klein Collins Tigers, who are having a bit of a down year, and they're taking on the Willis Wildcats, a team that is headquartered in Montgomery County, a little bit north of Conroe, and actually a very, very nice area. A lot of those folks, you know, they live along the shores of Lake Conroe. Klein Collins leads, or tied with Willis, actually. with 3:07 to go in quarter number 1. Klein, Collins, and Willis tied at 7. The Pasadena Dobie Longhorns, they are one of those teams that they're just strong every year, consistently good, and they're setting records for output on offense. And less than halfway through the first quarter against Channelview, Dobie leads Channelview by a score of 14-0, 6:24 to be exact, left in quarter number 1. The Dawson Eagles out of Pearland with 9:18 to go in the first quarter have scored a couple times early. So within 3 minutes, they have built a 10-0 lead over the A-Leaf Hastings Bears. Dawson leading Hastings 10-0. Clear Springs taking on Conroe, and I guess both Clear Springs and Conroe go pretty deep into the schedule before they start playing district games week in and week out. So those two teams probably don't know too much about each other. But with 6:28 to go in quarter number 1, it is Clear Springs 10 and the Conroe Tigers 7. Barbers Hill, ranked they're not ranked. They probably should be. They got a good football team. But Barbers Hill, and they got an even better baseball team and softball team. They won state in those two sports last school year, but it's Barbers Hill 6 and Kingwood Park 0. 6:39 to go in the first quarter of that one. Hightower and Manville, they have played into the more than halfway of the first quarter, but no score. 4:20 to go in quarter number 1, and the Hightower Hurricanes are taking on the number 4 ranked Manville Mavericks. Manville number 4 in the state in Class 5A, and I believe Dave Campbell's Texas football ranks everybody in Class 5A kind of all together. They don't separate them into Divisions 1 and 2. Angleton and Terry are playing at Traylor Stadium in Rosenberg tonight, but that game, we don't have anything to report on it just yet. And the Woodlands Highlanders are leading a game 13-0, 6:32 to go in the first, and it says non-UIL opponents not available. So I don't have any idea what that means. We will step aside and come back. We've got about 10 minutes to go before we resume this football game as Travis leads Austin by a score of 47-0. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick with you on VypeFortBend.com. And we'll talk about the games that we're going to bring you tomorrow night and Saturday night on your home, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. Don't go away.
It's that time of year where you hear people using the S word. September, that is. Occasionally, you can hear the great employees at First Tire and Automotive using another S word with customers. Savings. Fall specials include 50% off an oil change. Now's the time to make sure your auto is ready to kick off the season in tip-top shape. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointment today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
You are the master of the multitask. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
SFA band would like to offer a very special welcome to the band students of Garcia and Sartarsha Middle School.
You know, they are introducing the Austin Band and their performance this week, and this is a good time for a shout-out for Mercedes McKay, Austin grad and University of Missouri grad, who now works at a television station in Arkansas. She's kind of a big star there now, and I know that her parents, Bob and Jamie McKay, are very proud, but Mariah is going to be traveling from Arkansas to Arlington, where it's the Texas A&M Aggies against the Arkansas Razorbacks in Jerry Jones AT&T Stadium, and it's going to be a big weekend. It's one of those weekends where the folks from the Arkansas TV stations are not just going there and covering the game. I mean, they're going there and spending a couple of hotel nights and doing live shots, and it's not just about the game. It's all about all the exciting things that kind of make college football what it is. So congratulations to Mercedes McKay. She is living the dream. Good for her. And hopefully she will advance far into a wonderful, dignified, and fantastic. Oh, by the way, I had to stop talking. I heard this magnificent music. Let's listen to it for a while.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
By the way, earlier I was so excited about talking about Mercedes McKay and what she's doing in her career, and I don't know if I mentioned that she was a one-time Austin Angel. That's kind of why I brought it up. So sometimes I think something in my head and I didn't make sure it came out my mouth where you can understand what the heck I'm talking about. But Mercedes McKay is a former Austin Angel. So we have a few minutes left before we resume this football game. So I'm going to try, what I've done here is kind of cast a wider net. And I'm looking for some scores of games from farther away than the ones that I gave you before. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of scaling down, just looking at what the offerings are and see if there's something of interest to you. Although I can give you an update, it's still scoreless at Manville. Hightower Hurricanes taking on the Manville Mavericks, still scoreless with 10:26 to go in quarter number 2. Angleton and Rosenberg Terry are tied 7-7, and they have moved into the second quarter of that game. 9:24 to go before halftime. The Cinco Ranch Cougars, they are off to a fantastic start, and Cinco Ranch, which has really fallen on hard times football-wise for a few seasons until now, is leading Tompkins 14-10 with 6:50 to go in quarter number 2. That is Cinco Ranch 14 and number 7th ranked Tompkins, number 7th in the state, down by 14-10. The Woodlands Highlanders are leading somebody 27-0. It's the non-UIL opponent, and it says not applicable. All right, what else we got? Well, I think that's about it. So we will take one more break and return for the second half. 47-0, the Austin Bulldogs trailing the Travis Tigers. And come on, Austin, you can do it. You're going to get on the board and make this look a little bit more respectable. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick with you. VypeFortBend.com. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Before I take that break, we were going to tell you about the games of tomorrow night and then Saturday. Tomorrow night, Patrick and I will be with you again here at Hall Stadium, and we'll have Dulles against Bush. Bush did not play a district game last week like the Travis Tigers. They were off, and Dulles lost to the Clements Rangers. So both teams looking for their first district victory in District 26A. And then on Saturday night, the Clements Rangers having the best football experience they've had in a long time. They have started their season 4-0, and they take on Ridge Point, which is 3-1 overall, and Ridge Point is 1-0 in district play after having beaten these Austin Bulldogs last night. I was going to take a break, but I don't think I will, because Patrick is back, and the clock says 0, and
but the players, are they on the field yet?
They are on the field. They are the Travis players are inside their inflatable tunnel, and the Austin Bulldogs are ready to burst through their homemade crash sign. That is some beautiful artwork there. Take a look at it quick before they bust through it. The Austin Bulldogs, I mean, that's hand-painted.
Well, that
is nice.
That's not one of those that they put back together again, is
well,
it?
you know, you may be right, but it looks like the real deal to me. I'll bet
well,
they're going to break
out.
it.
Let's find out.
Let's make it interesting.
Travis coming on the field with some red smoke.
Oh, yeah, red smoke. That looks like the kind of thing you see in the stands with the Ridge Point Pack. Their student section is always creative.
Here come the Bulldogs.
Well, you were right. It was one of those split apart permanent vinyl ones.
You got to reuse them nowadays.
Yes, it's more environmentally friendly, shall we say?
Exactly. It's a green sign.
By the way, Patrick, because of the one-sided nature of this game, I think it might be fun for us to chat about something that I got to witness on Tuesday night when the Ridge Point girls went to George Ranch and won a critical volleyball match. And what happened leading up to it, good to see you, Mark. What happened leading up to it was the football teams from George Ranch and Ridge Point were all over the social networking.
Oh, boy.
They planned some things for the stands. I don't know if they
the volleyball game.
They had a volleyball match, yes.
Yeah.
So the football teams, because it was on a Tuesday night, they were at the game rooting their guts out for the volleyball teams that represent their schools.
Right.
And you know what it's like. 15, 16, 17-year-old teenage boys, they're all big and strong and full of spirit and testosterone and all that stuff.
Right.
And man, it was just
I bet it was exciting.
It was exciting. Ridge Point won it, by the way, in a thrilling 5-setter, but it almost looked like they were bubbling over the edge of the pot of getting out of hand.
Okay.
Fortunately, they did not. But it made it really fun to watch, and I commend the security guards who somehow kept everybody controlled.
Sounds like you had a pretty big crowd out there.
Oh, yeah, it was huge. All right, here we go with Vaughn Corner kicking off for Austin to start quarter number 3, and it's a fair catch called for and made near the 10-yard line by Carmelo Ratliff. And I wonder what kind of a strategy we will see from these Travis Tigers. You know that Trey System, every once in a while I call him Trey System because he does run the system. But every once in a while, he's a fine offensive coach, and Travis often has really tough to stop kind of offensive attacks. But I have a feeling he'll pull in the reins a little bit because his team is up 47-0. Singletary running on the first carry of quarter number 3, and he slants off the right side and picks up 7. And he's tackled over there by DeMarcus Griffin. Second down and 3. You're giving some nice directions to someone who wasn't sure where to go.
Yeah, they had they just asked where the restrooms were, and we had to kind of direct this lady with a young child, and we do what we can around here to help out.
It's tough when they come all the way up here expecting to find restrooms, and there aren't any.
That's right.
Here goes Singletary running left. He's got the first down across the 40 and down at the 44-yard line. Good blocking at the point of attack by the Travis offensive line. Making the stop was Lotana I'm sorry, I did okay with this in the first half. It's Lotana Umi Izioki. And they're going to run it again. There goes Singletary, hit early, and he's limited to a gain of 3, maybe 4, depending on where they spot it. Royale Salmon on the tackle. That makes it second down, and I'm going to call it a long 6.
What the name that you pronounced earlier, Izioki, I don't think I have the whole name there, but how can you have the word easy within that name?
Yeah, it should be Lotana Umi Hardoki. But then that's not as hard to say as Izioki. But if he's ever injured, you wonder, is he okay?
Oh, boy.
All right, now the first pass of the second half. Quick throw to a wide open Ratliff, and he picks up a first down at the 42 of Austin. That's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
Well, a lot of those coming for the Travis. A lot of those little First Tire and Auto clips coming courtesy of the Travis Tigers as they march again at the 42 of the Bulldogs now.
And when we say that, we have to make sure we don't get shouted down by the PA guy.
Right.
There goes Singletary again. Oh, he's running free. 25-20, sideline, going for the pylon. He fights. He steps out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that was a great run. He made a nice cut to the outside, and then it was a chase down the sideline where I believe, I'm trying to think, that it might have been Tanafum who pushed him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Shoved him just enough. And there goes Singletary. Hit early and limited to a gain of 2.
They'd like to get him to get into the end zone after that long run, huh?
Dives down to the 3. Yeah, he may be tired from
we have a guy for the
run.
Bulldogs is slow getting up here. He's still down.
Well, hate to see that, but at least what we have going here, Patrick, is we have a one-sided game. That's not good, but what we do have is cooler weather. I think more than likely we're not going to see quite as much fatigue and hopefully not as much cramping. We'll be back. It's Austin trying to keep the Travis Tigers out of the end zone. It's 40-0, 9:22 to go in the third.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead
All
at
right,
346-401.
We'll finish that Knicks commercial shortly, but we're about to play football again. 2nd and goal to go from inside the 4. There goes Singletary off the right side, untouched into the end zone. Beautiful blocking on the right side of the Travis offensive line. Dawson Elliott. You know, there's a creek named after him, Dawson's Creek. And Dawson Elliott led the way, just completely closing down the right side of the line. And there's another touchdown as Travis has broken 50. It is 53-0. And Antonio Rubio on to add the extra point. I think that's Antonio Rubio. They might be going to their second kicker at this point.
I think it's Rubio.
That is indeed Antonio Rubio, wearing the same number 36 that his brother Sergio wore when he was kicking for the Travis Tigers. Okay, now we will hear a special ad from our wonderful sponsor, Nick's Italian Restaurant, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School on FM 1464 in Sugar Land.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546, 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
And here is Rubio's kickoff, and he got all of that one. His fair catch called for and made. And that time, you know, Jamal Franklin wasn't taking the chance on the ball, stopping right where it was like a perfect golf shot.
Right.
And so he caught it, called fair catch, and so it's a touchback. And by the way, while you were visiting with your fan club during the halftime, I was mentioning that our young friend Mercedes McKay, a one-time member of the Austin Angels dance team, she is a news anchor for an Arkansas television station. Tell you more in a moment. Aboud takes the snap, swings it out to Hampton Phillips, gets outside the numbers, and picks up about 7 yards, make it 8. Runs out of bounds, and that'll set up a 2nd down and 3. So, she was a member of the Angels dance team, and she went to the University of Missouri after graduating from Austin, and now she's a big-time reporter in Arkansas, and I'll tell you in a moment her assignment this weekend. Aboud throws quickly. The ball is tipped up in the air, and it falls incomplete. It was Thomason Olorunfemi who knocked the ball up in the air, almost had himself an interception.
That was a really nice play out in the flat. He just was able to get a mid on it. Looked around for the ball as it was in the air. Couldn't quite come up with it, but there was a good play, and now your story is still in limbo, perhaps another play.
Well, we got plenty of time, but it will be 3rd and 2 in a moment. But Mariah is Mercedes' older sister. Hold that thought. Aboud takes the snap. Hampton Phillips trying to go right, has to go way back in the backfield, and he's dropped for a loss of 9 yards. He had no choice but to zag right when he wanted to zig left up the field. Could not make it happen. Big tackle for loss. Travis has forced a punt. So Mercedes McKay and the news team from Arkansas, this is one of those big trips where they're taking, a couple of hotel nights, doing all kinds of live shots. It's not just covering the game. It's covering everything that surrounds the game, and very exciting, for someone who is in local journalism. And local journalism, I think, is probably better than national journalism. And there is a punt. It's a line drive, and Travis is going to have a chance to bring this back. There goes Carmelo, but he's hit in the open field at the 35-yard line, and he ran it back more than 20 yards. And that was a low punt by corner, and that kind of enabled the really good return. So you got any stories for me, Patrick?
No, but we did not summarize the
that's
last,
right. I'm
the
sorry.
Last drive.
And that's my bad because during the break I brought it up and I just forgot to do it.
7 plays,
okay, so this is
yards.
Let me say the intro. I have to introduce you.
Sorry about that.
The Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive.
We'll tell you that after this play.
And now I took too long to introduce you. I'm sorry. I'm not having my best night.
Do it again.
All right, there's a big run by a new running back for Travis. He comes into the game, and they hand the ball to Ricky Lang. All right, so that Travis Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive.
From the last series, 7 plays, 75 yards, and a 3-yard touchdown run from Singletary, and it featured a 38-yard run from Singletary as well. And now we have different, like you said, different runner in the ball game. Still the quarterback, Anthony Njoku, still in the ball game. I'm a little surprised at that. Are you, Roger?
Well, yeah, I guess if they've switched the feature running back, you would think they would bring in young Drew Sissom, and they probably will at some point. After the 6-yard gain, it is 2nd down and 4 from the 30 of Austin, and tripped up in the backfield. That was unfortunate, as Ricky Lang went down for a gain of maybe 1 because he ran into one of his offensive linemen.
Victor Phillip will get the credit for the tackle. He was the nearest Bulldog there. He might have nipped his foot as well.
Yes, that's good. A Bulldog nipped his foot.
3rd and 3 here for the Travis Tigers.
So Travis, they're known as a passing team. They're a pass-heavy offense, and they still have 4 receivers in the pattern. Njoku clapping his hands together and trying to get that hard count. Now the running back shifts over to his left, and up the middle goes Lang, and he's experiencing the same big holes to run through that Singletary was, and that's a 1st down after a pickup of 12 yards, moves it to the 17-yard line. 5:37 to go in quarter number 3. And by the way, Patrick, doesn't it feel good up here on the upper concourse of Hall Stadium?
It feels very good up here.
I mean, it's just nice and cool. We're not sweating like we have.
You almost could put like a little light jacket, but I was thinking more of a light long sleeve shirt. With the breeze blowing here, 5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter, all Tigers so far.
They lead it 54-0. Njoku is going to hand it off up the middle. There goes Carmelo. He's inside the 5, still going, twisting, turning, tumbles into the end zone for a touchdown from 17 yards away. And they'll probably start the chant of he's a freshman. Carmelo Ratliff goes into the end zone. And Xfinity is the future of awesome. And we know that the freshman, Carmelo Ratliff, has an awesome future for these Travis Tigers. That's the Travis fight song, which their opponents have to be tired of hearing. You know, there was a game I saw as Rubio adds the extra point. There was a game in which Travis scored 86 points in a win over Clements. And it was one of the longest games of my career, Patrick, because over at Mercer Stadium, I was broadcasting from inside. I was by myself, and the condensation on the windows was so bad that I couldn't see who had the football. And I was working solo, so I don't wish that on anyone, certainly not you, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. So it was, what was the temperature? What was the...
Well, it had to be a warm night outside that night because when it's cold inside, that creates the condensation on the outside of the windows.
Yeah.
And my friend Juan, who is kind of the caretaker over at Mercer, he had this very long pole with a squeegee at the end of it.
Yeah.
We'd go up and down from one end of the
and how many
press
times
box
did he have to squeegee
Well,
it?
he did it as many times as he could, but as soon as he got the condensation off, it instantly started forming again.
So you were probably adjusting your vantage point.
I was singing
times.
And that's a high kickoff. Hampton Phillips gets it, starts from the left, tries to get to the other side of the field, but Thomason Olorunfemi drops him in the open field, and it's a kickoff return of -1. And it'll be Austin with the football at their 29-yard line. Actually, I thought it was a loss of more than that. It was a loss of 3. And so they will start at their 27. And the Austin Bulldogs, you know, they say sometimes, Patrick, that sports does not build character, it reveals it. And the Austin Bulldogs are showing character. They're practicing hard. They're preparing. It's just not happening for them yet. But hopefully brighter days ahead. Hampton Phillips with a nice run here. And he's belted and knocked out of bounds rather rudely after a 7-yard pickup for Travis. That's Temi Osinaiki.
They've had, Austin's had a few nice plays tonight. They just can't seem to string anything together. They'll get a nice play and then they'll lose yardage and then they'll lose yardage again or something like that. And it's just been rough for them.
All right, 2nd down and 3. Give to Phillips. Started left, turned around and went right by design, and he takes another huge loss.
That's an example of what I'm talking
Just
about.
like they tried that before, and it was kind of slow developing, and he instantly started having to move away from the line of scrimmage, hoping he could get around the pursuit. But Travis just has too many good players on defense, and they don't make it a 12-yard loss. They kind of gave him more forward progress as he was pushed back, but it does end up being a loss of 6. So it's 3rd down and 9, and probably Austin's going to put the ball in the air. Aboud rolling to his right, pressured, hit, sacked at the 20. Loss of 7 more. And there's that number 32. This time I got the number right. He got the sack. We would love to give you the name.
Well, we got the name now. It's
we do.
Dasalu.
Dasalu.
Dasalu. It's Praise Dasalu. He's wearing a different number tonight, we found out.
Praise Dasalu. So he's not related to Jesus, Matty, and
no, not
Alu, not
it's
baseball
Dasalu.
playing Dasalu.
His first name is Praise, and he's getting some praise from his coaches on that play. He's wearing a different number tonight. He's wearing 32 for some reason. His normal number is 96.
Okay.
Not sure why, but one of the coaches was able to give me that bit of information.
Thank you for that. And also, I wanted to mention, by the way, 2:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. 61-0, Travis leading Austin. And we won't take a break right here. I was going to mention that number 4, Robert Sims of Travis, who's been making some great catches, and he made a great high point catch in the right corner of the south end zone in the second quarter. Well, he's not the brother of Steven Sims, who is now playing on Sundays and went out of Travis to Kansas State before he became a pro. But he is a cousin, and that is our second half Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection, as Robert Sims, playing a great game tonight for the Travis Tigers, is the cousin of Steven Sims, the former Tiger, who is a pro now.
Well, who does Steven Sims play for?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and frankly, the last time I saw him playing, he played for the Burgundy and Gold team in Washington.
Okay, I think I remember my son talking about that.
But
watching the game one time.
I'm taking the year off. Yes, I am.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Okay, so corner, another line drive punt and fair catch called for. The ball is dropped, but...
Are you referring to the Washington Football Club?
Yeah, that's who I'm referring to. But it's not because of them. I mean, it's a league-wide effort.
Oh, I understand, Roger. It's I think we're kind of on the same page on all that.
I'd rather watch high school anyway.
Yeah, this is a lot more exciting. Well, they're going to get the ball inside Bulldog territory one more time.
Yeah, so Carmelo Ratliff, we better remember that name. You know, they got a lot of great athletes with the last name Ratliff.
That's got kind of a ring to it too, doesn't it? Carmelo Ratliff.
All right, and it is a new quarterback. Drew Sissom is into the game, and he hands off to Lang, who runs left, almost goes out of bounds, and then cuts it back in and gets 11 yards and a first down. That's a first down.
Yes.
Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com.
Lang has had a couple of nice runs here in this third quarter. He's getting some action and taking advantage of his opportunity. Getting some good blocking. And showing some good wheels on the run.
By the way, did you notice that the PA announcer didn't do his loud growling first down after that first down? We didn't have to compete with anything. Ball at the 36, 1st and 10 for the Travis Tigers, who lead 61-0. There goes Lang, bounces off of a scrum. Straight over the center was where he tried to run at first, cut left, went outside the numbers, and got 3. Before he's dropped down. That makes no sense. In the open field by Soleil Young.
Well, Ricky Lang is he's a sophomore, so they got a couple pretty good runners. A little bit of future in the backfield for the Travis Tigers.
Okay, Patrick, it's a 61-0 game. I'm going to ask you a question and give you a play or two to think about it. When you hear the last name Lang, who do you think of first?
Jeez.
By the way, we've got 20 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Clock ticking, 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Sissom under center, takes the snap, turns around, hands to Lang. Up the middle he goes, and he gets a first down. He carries a tackler for a few yards, and that will move the sticks after he picks up 11, tackled by DeMarcus Griffin. And that will do it for quarter number 3. It is 61-0, Travis on top. Roger Smith and Patrick Kinnick back with the final 12 minutes, we think, because on Saturday there were 8-minute quarters in the second half of the Marshall game. And I don't think they do that in 6A football around here. We'll be back.
Hey, you free for a sec? Got a little free time? Because Xfinity Flex, it's free too. It comes with Xfinity Internet. Flex is a 4K streaming box that puts all of your apps in one place. And Peacock Premium is included. Get tons of movies and shows. Free, on the house, thrown in, gratis, which is Latin for free. Or thank you, I can't remember. Point is, with Xfinity Flex, your entertainment starts at free. Can your internet do that? Am I free to leave?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box and get Peacock Premium included. And now through September 26th, get $100 back when you sign up online. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 10/18/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus Internet customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Subscription required to access streaming services.
All right, Patrick, as we start this fourth quarter, Travis. You're Patrick.
Yes.
The team is Travis.
Yeah.
Travis has it at the 29-yard line with a 1st and 10, and there goes Lang off left guard, hit early, and the Dogs did a nice job of plugging up the hole, and still playing hard out there is DeMarcus Griffin. He makes the stop, and so last name Lang, anybody whose name comes to your mind and you have to have some years on you to be thinking the same thing that I am.
Well, I don't know. The only thing that's coming to my mind is J.D. Lang.
J.D. Lang?
Yeah. I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know who J.D. Lang is.
I just feel like there's a J.D. Lang out there. I'll have to Google that one.
Okay.
Lang, Jessica Lang.
I hadn't thought of that, but, she's a pretty good actress. And
Lang.
She's aged very well, I must say.
You're thinking of somebody different that I can't
Well, I'm
think
thinking of Jim Lang, the host of The Dating Game. Way back in the 70s.
That was his name?
Jim Lang, yes. And I think you spell it the same way that the Travis running back does, Lange. 2nd down and 8. There goes Lang. Plenty of room. 1st down and more. Dragged down at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Soleil Young. Solang Forever Young may have prevented a touchdown.
That Lang, he's really am impressed with his running. He's hits that hole hard and shows a lot of tenacity in his running.
Victor Phillip comes out for Austin, a well-deserved breather. That guy's been playing hard all night.
And he's been in on a few plays and caused some havoc for the Tigers.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
That's all right. There we go. Let's 1st and 10 Tigers.
Pistol formation, Lang behind Sissom. No, the coach isn't playing. It's his son. Turns around, gives it to Lang. Stretch play to the right. And he gets down to the 5 before he's brought down. And it'll be 2nd down, and they'll still need 3 for the 1st down. So Jessica Lang, what is your favorite Jessica Lang movie?
I would not even be able to name one.
Well, she was great in Rob Roy, but I would say my favorite has to be Tootsie.
Oh, she was in that movie?
She was in Tootsie, yeah.
Okay.
She was one, Dustin Hoffman.
Yes, Dustin Hoffman.
Who was the struggling actor who had to dress in drag to get a job. And, of course, they were working together on a soap opera, and he fell for her when she didn't know she was a he. There goes Lang, 5-yard line, into the end zone, standing up, touchdown. And that makes it 67-0, and
he deserved that touchdown. He ran the ball several times.
Yeah, he sure did, and you can't expect someone who's been practicing hard to not run hard when he gets into the game. By the way, are you running out of data on your phone, shooting all the extra points and field goals with your son deep snapping? Because I think there have been double figures. Well, I guess maybe not. It just seems that way.
There's been a lot of them, and I guess if you're a Tiger, you want these kind of snaps compared to punt snaps.
Antonio Rubio's kick is up and looks just as pretty as the first one, and it makes it 68-0. We'll be back.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Well, there is that Travis Tigers fight song yet again. Patrick, there's something we need to talk about here.
What is it?
Well, I didn't think I needed to address this, but I guess I do. You can't be bringing dates to the game. You got to concentrate. You got to concentrate on your job.
Hey.
Antonio Rubio. Bang, zoom to the moon goes his kickoff into the end zone.
They got some more smoke going on over there.
Yeah, they got
now
smoke.
It's black smoke.
Do we need to call the fire department? That's some very thick gray smoke.
Are they allowed to do that? I guess they are.
I guess they are. Well, this is America. We think something is okay until someone tells us we can't do it.
Whatever that is, and I don't know who has the the device to produce that smoke. It's kind of cool, I guess.
All right, so maybe Austin can get on the board, see if they can put a drive together. He goes Hampton Phillips with a nice stiff arm that gets himself free across the 30, and he picks up 8 on first down. And, you know, one of the reasons I see now, the reason they brought Victor Phillip out was to give him a little bit of a breather because he plays on the offensive line, and he was leading the way on that play.
I think for both teams, both teams lack a little bit of depth, I think. So like you said, I think some players are playing both ways, and Victor Phillip is one of them. Big Victor Phillip.
And there is a handoff and a running play that nets them the first down, and it's a different running back. Who did they give it to? They gave it to Luke Weaver. And, he's a pretty versatile athlete. Coach Mike Arabano pretty high on him in the early part of the season. He gets 3, and that's a first down at the 36. So, Coach Sissom was kind of addressing the depth thing in the Countdown to Kickoff show, and Travis really doesn't have the depth that they normally do, but they're going to have that depth because they have huge enrollment numbers, as you may know from stuff your son says to you as he comes home from school. They have all the classrooms are bursting at the seams. Over 3,000 enrollment.
So you're saying that in the future here, the depth is going to be brought back.
Yes, if the general school enrollment bears out in the number of participation numbers you get on the football team, the odds are you're going to have some good quality athletes. By the way, on second down, Jamal Franklin ran the jet sweep from left to right, and he got hit hard, and he's kind of...
He doesn't want to come out, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out. They tried to steer him toward the bench, and he said, heck no, I'm getting back out there.
Here's what you were talking about, what did you say? The character comes out. How did you say that earlier?
Yeah, it's sports don't build character; they reveal it.
And there's some revealed character right there.
There's a quick pass into the flat. There is Franklin making the catch, making a move, and he's got a first down across the 45 to the 48.
Well, that's a good comeback after the play when he was kind of limping back to the huddle, and he made a nice move there.
So if he can make a move like that and accelerate that way when his ankle might be hurting, well, just think what he'll be like at 100%. Low snap, Aboud throws quickly, got a completion, and a flag is down as he delivers the ball to Mason Kress. And I think we might get a pick play where he had Espino out in front of him, knocking one of the defenders back while the ball was in the air.
That was where that flag was thrown, and now they're talking to the coach, the Austin head coach there, I believe, and trying to get some explanation. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. Sometimes you think, a play like that, they could have just maybe let that go. What do you think, Roger?
Well, I tend to think it would be, I would kind of like to have seen them let it go.
Yeah, it wasn't any nothing major. I mean, it might have. They're declining it.
Yeah, how about that?
It.
Yeah, so Travis would rather it be second down and 7 than first down and something double digits. And there is another run with Weaver pushing the pile. Look at him go across the 45. And it depends on where they spot it. I don't know how you spot the football on a play like this.
Where is
Somewhere
the ball?
in that huge mass of humanity.
That's right.
Is Luke Weaver clutching the ball with 2 arms.
And they gave him the first down.
And they gave it to him.
Maybe they can get a drive, a closing drive here to at least have a little bit of a taste of positives here.
Under 3.5 minutes to go. Now Aboud stands strong, throws deep down the numbers on the other side, and it's incomplete. And I think some Austin fans would like to have seen an interference call as they tried to get it to Jamal Franklin, but that's really good defense. Travis had Matt Bennett running alongside him, elbow to elbow and shoulder to shoulder. And if you can keep up with Jamal Franklin, even if his ankle's throbbing, you're doing something.
Yeah, it was good coverage.
Second down and 10. Abood hands it off. Here goes Weaver. He's running hard again, and he picks up 7. Gets to the 35 of the Travis Tigers, and the clock is still ticking down. 2:38 to go. And Austin playing at a little faster tempo. They're not going at warp speed. But here we go with a 3rd down and 3. There goes Weaver. He's hitting the backfield here. And so we're going to have a 4th down coming up, and enthusiastically coming through to make the stop was Davis Ochoa.
Yeah, they read that play, and they were it was not only him, but a couple other guys coming in on that. And here's that 4th and about 3.
Yeah, got to get 3,
Bulldogs.
or probably that would be the last time you see the Dogs on offense tonight if they don't convert here.
Under 2 to play.
And there is a direct snap to Jamal Franklin. He's got the first down. He tries to make a move. His feet kind of slipped out from under him, but he still moves the sticks, and Davis Ochoa makes yet another spot.
I'm surprised you don't see that kind of play more often for them, direct snaps to Franklin.
You know, maybe they would do it more often if he hadn't had the sore ankle.
That's
so
true.
That's probably part of it, but they snap it directly to him again, and he gets 7 yards before he is bent, folded, and stapled, and that stops. No, it doesn't stop the clock. One of the Travis players did lose his helmet. I'll bet he lost his helmet so we would say his name on web radio.
How about it?
That's Anthony Oliver, no relation to Cameron Oliver,
who I believe is playing at Las Vegas. UNLV.
Yeah, he's a running rebel.
He's I heard he was starting at cornerback.
On 2nd down, they snap it to Franklin again. He's running right outside the numbers, heads for the sideline, and stops the clock as he tumbles out of bounds. Yet they keep the clock going. I think Austin really would like the clock to stop so that they could get a few more plays to try and get in the end zone.
Maybe they're calling timeout.
Well, I'll bet Coach Arrow doesn't even realize the clock is running, or maybe he is happy that it's running. I don't know. It's been a rough night for the Dogs, but they have it at the 19, 1st and 10. 28 seconds to go. Abood back in there, takes the snap, throws to the end zone, and it's a little miscommunication. He threw it too tall for his receiver, Mason Kress, who had stopped near the goal line, and he threw it towards the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he stopped his route right there at about the 2, and the pass went to the corner. That might be the last play of the game, Roger. I think
You're right. It is going to be the last play of the game. So Patrick, after a game that ends 68-0, there's no need for lengthy analysis, but I want to remind everyone that you and I will be right here in this same spot tomorrow night, as it'll be Dulles taking on Bush. Bush was open last week looking for their first district win, and Dulles fell to Clements 19-13 last week. So the Vikings, who looked real good in the pre-district games, will also be looking for their first district game.
We can say something.
Yes, go ahead.
They are actually shaking hands.
That is nice.
So they get the line going, and they are actually, I don't know if they're going elbow to elbow or if they're actually going hand to hand, but it's nice to see a good old-fashioned post-game handshake.
Yeah, I see hand-to-hand low fives. That's what I see, and it is refreshing because typically, as we sometimes describe to you, if you're still listening at the end of a game, we've seen so many of the teams go up to the hash marks and wave, and they just kind of wave back and forth. So, all right, just reminding you that tomorrow night, Patrick and I will be here for you starting at 6:45 with the countdown to kickoff, as it will be Dulles and Bush, and then on Saturday night, it'll be me all by myself again on Saturday night. Another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. But I'll be happy to bring you the game between Ridgepoint and Clements. And if you hear the packaging tape coming off the surface of the table, you know that our broadcast is over. What's your wife's name again?
My wife's name is Maureen.
Okay. So for Patrick Kinnick, his date Maureen, who is also his wife of decades. I'm Roger Smith for the entire Vype team. By the way, I want to thank Randy Fry, our outstanding producer. Our final score, this is painful for the Dogs, but hopefully there will be better days ahead for them. Travis 68 and Austin nothing. We'll say goodnight and talk to you at 6:45 on Friday night on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. Good night and God bless everybody.